It was learned Friday that Japanese Prime Minister Yoshihide Suga, who is the leader of the ruling Liberal Democratic Party, will not be running for re-election in the party leadership race later this month. This is unexpected, as many people had predicted that Suga will try and hold on to power for as long as he can. In this video, I'll explain what prompted him to pull out and who's running now that he's gone. Let's start. Some media outlets explain Suga's fall from grace as being caused by his plunging popularity. While that isn't technically wrong, it's not the direct cause of his latest turn of events. Suga's popularity has been hitting 30% or below since last month, so the fact that he only withdrew now means that the polls aren't necessarily what prompted him to pull out at this moment. Rather, Suga's decision comes after he realized that his many attempts to recover support within the party have faltered. As I explained in my previous video, Suga faced a relatively strong challenger in Fumio Kishida, the former chief of policy for the party. In order to fend off the challenger, Suga has turned to several jaw-dropping moves in the last week. The first of such moves was Suga's announcement that he will replace party executives, including Secretary General Toshihiro Nikai. Suga apparently had trouble finding the people to fill the executive posts, which makes sense that no one really wants to be on Suga's team only to take the blame for a potential drubbing at the presidency race and/or the general election later in autumn. So Suga's plan to fill posts with popular politicians has basically failed. Another was the now abandoned plan to dissolve the lower chamber of parliament and call a snap election so that he can delay the LDP leadership race. LDP members vehemently opposed the plan after it was reported on, forcing Suga to scrap the plan. The two events have basically left Suga without any cards up his sleeve, giving more momentum to Kishida. It's also worth noting that Kanagawa Prefectural chapter of the LDP is unwilling to back Suga in the party-wide leadership race. Suga represents an electoral district in the city of Yokohama in Kanagawa, so Suga was basically stripped of support from his constituency, which dealt a big blow to the Prime Minister. Also potentially contributing to Suga's decision is Environment Minister Shinjiro Koizumi. He represents another part of Kanagawa and is close to the Prime Minister. Koizumi is believed to have urged Suga against running in the leadership race. So now that Suga is out of the race, who will be replacing him at the leadership election? Well, one would think that it's Fumio Kishida's race to lose. As the biggest challenger against Suga, Kishida has steadily built up momentum for his campaign. However, Suga's exit has led to an unexpected turn of events, namely Taro Kono's announcement of a plan to throw his hat in the ring. Unlike Kishida, Taro Kono is well known and well liked around the country, topping public surveys on who citizens would like to see as Japan's next prime minister. He is believed to be backed by many younger members of the LDP. If Kono can really launch a bid, he has a decent shot as he has support across the party, even from Suga. Kono is also from Kanagawa Prefecture and is close to Suga and Koizumi, so Suga is likely to give Kono his blessing. Weirdly, the biggest obstacle for Kono right now is the leader of his own faction, Finance Minister Taro Aso. Aso is seen as not being exactly supportive of Kono's ambitions, so it remains to be seen if Kono can convince Aso to back his bid or if Kono will declare his candidacy without the blessing of his faction leader. That decision will come on Monday. Another candidate who has expressed interest in running after Suga is Acting Secretary General Seiko Noda. She has previously shown ambitions for the leadership post and has been noted as the potential first female Prime Minister of Japan. As the acting Secretary General, she is close to Toshihiro Nikai, which gives her a valuable connection to a very strong politician. However, she may face public scrutiny for her connections to certain sections of society, with her husband being a former member of a criminal organization, so the LDP may not want to risk that. Other names being raised include Hakubun Shimomura, who was bullied into withdrawing his first bid for the leadership race by Suga, and Shigeru Ishiba, who is almost as popular as Kono among the public. And then there is Sanae Takaichi, who is backed by the far right. There are rumors that former Prime Minister Shinzo Abe, being the right-winger that he is, may support Takaichi, but her lack of name recognition and right-wing tendencies will probably keep her as a minor candidate. Now that Suga has decided against running for re-election, what does that mean for Japan? First, the Suga administration will become a lame duck regime, or at least until after he is replaced, following the LDP leadership election in late September. This may impact his government's ability to draw up and implement COVID policies, which is obviously something that is undesirable for the Japanese public. For the opposition parties, including the Constitutional Democratic Party, is a disappointment as they had been hoping to ride on dissatisfaction aimed at Suga to boost the seat count. However, with about a month expected between the LDP leadership race and the general election, the opposition may be able to seize on issues of Suga's successor, so all eyes are on who will take the LDP leadership post. Thank you so much for watching, and let me know in the comments what content you would like to see in future videos.